Hello, Tyler Bryden here. I hope everything's going well. We've got some breaking news, another OpenAI update, of course. Lots of things going on, and that is, I saw it in the Discord first from Natalie from OpenAI. Today, we're excited to announce the ChatGPT app for iOS. We're live in the US and we'll expand to additional countries in the coming weeks. This syncs your history across devices, includes the latest OpenAI model improvements. Voice input is built into the app thanks to the integration of Whisper, their open source speech recognition system. And then ChatGPT Plus subscribers get exclusive access to GPT-4 capabilities, early access to features, and faster response times, all on iOS. We'll be building for Android next. And then we've got a blog post, you've got the app download, and then some frequently asked questions. Now, what would I love to do? I'd love to say, hey, I'm going to show you a little demo on iOS right now, but I'm an Android user. And if you don't like it, then that's okay. I've been an Android user for a long time. For now, what I'll do, pop open these links, and I think there's a couple interesting things to talk about. One of them being the flurry of news stories is now coming. We're seeing Verge, TechCrunch, CNBC, Wired. Pretty breaking. This was like 12:57 EST, so only about 45, 50 minutes ago that this announcement came out. Does seem like this page was live yesterday, but in Discord popped up here right now. And so we've got the official page from OpenAI, ChatGPT app for iOS, syncs, all the great stuff there, and a couple bullet points from them about discovering the versatility of ChatGPT. Now, I do think, although maybe the age of iOS apps and Android apps is not quite as dominant as it was, this is just another layer of democratization to access this technology in a native form factor that a lot of people will love. I think obviously the pressure that has been put on by Google with direct connection to the internet, which then ChatGPT rolled that out through the plugin access, which almost all users, I believe, have access to that. This race is accelerating. And while I think there's also a bit of recklessness that can maybe come from this, it's exciting as a consumer, of a follower of this technology, and as someone who is using it in my own workflows to get some incredible productivity gains and also just accomplish things that I was not personally capable, especially on the coding side earlier. So we do have the actual page here, free, nice. Got a couple screenshots about the interaction, and what's I think great about ChatGPT and just the chat interface is it's super simple, super intuitive. So there's no long learning curve here. We're using natural conversation to interact with this, and immediately you're going to be able to download this. I think have a good experience, and super excited to start to read about the reviews, the feedback. There has been another company, Inflection AI, with the release of Pi that also pushed to mobile applications. Talked a little bit about a good design, but a little bit of a delay on and latency for the answers, whereas OpenAI has demonstrated quick responses across all their tech. Now, interesting, we're not even seeing the number of reviews or anything yet or downloads, so super early in this process. And I see over time, we're going to start to see how many people are using this. It's going to be visible, the reviews on it. We'll see Google sabotaging it with negative reviews and all of that good stuff that goes along with this exciting competition. Again, I'm stuck because, hey, I'm an Android user. Is ChatGPT available on Android? They're using Intercom for this. We're working on it. We'll share more details once we have clearer timelines. Thanks, guys. Come on, be a little more clear. So it looks like they're iterating fast. They're putting out documentation fast. And even with these frequently asked questions, pretty minimal overall. How can I access my conversation history? How can I delete a chat, export chat data, turn off haptic feedback, and then check the iOS app version, email, access subscription on another Apple device. So all of this will be in the YouTube video below, as always. And I'll also add these other ones from TechCrunch and The Verge as well, if you're looking for a bit more context on this release, what this means, and for anyone who is building layers of apps with this technology, maybe powering the back end, obviously a bit of risk, and we're seeing this continually where people are building layers on top of these foundational large language models and then being disrupted. As an example, Gmail, GPT apps that then Google has gone ahead and built directly in it. So obviously lots of questions about where do I spend my time if I'm in this space and developing and building that's going to have some runway of effectiveness and opportunity. Some super interesting estimates that over 100 million users are using this. We don't know the exact monthly active users or daily active users, but it's pretty significant. And we'll now get to see some more quantification of this online through the iOS App Store release, and then soon the Android release. And soon is a classic term used in technology about something in development, which usually means a couple months, but OpenAI has moved pretty quickly, so maybe they'll subvert that common trend in technology development about saying soon and then not releasing it. Super fascinating, only available in the US. I think that's one thing that I should have said earlier in the video, but is clear from this. And we're already seeing Google Bard, for example, not be released in certain countries, Canada being one of them, EU. I published a video on that. I'm guessing they're rolling it out somewhat slowly, but US obviously being a huge base where they've got their servers set up, and maybe less risk for them on a regulatory or security piece, but they will be expanding to new countries, and interested to follow the trajectory of that and how quickly that happens. But super exciting day. If you are a user of this, if you're a lover of this technology in general, and we're going to all of a sudden see people with even better access to this tech. Would love to hear what you think. Will you be using the app? Are you an Android person like me waiting for the final release of that on Android? And any other thoughts you have, appreciate you checking out this video, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.